We are exactly 1 week away from the Florida primary, and the Republican presidential hopefuls continue to crisscross our state trying to drum up support.
Rick Santorum spent part of his day on the Treasure Coast, and we have live team coverage. Good evening. I'm Kelly Dunn, in for Shannon Kate.
And I'm Jay Cashmere. Thanks for staying with us here. The GOP candidates for president are busy crisscrossing the state trying to shore up support.
Fresh from last night's debate, Rick Santorum spent most of his day in our area. News Channel 5's John Shainman begins our team coverage as part of the largest news team on the Treasure Coast. He's live in Stuart. John?
Well, good afternoon, Kelly. The Community Baptist Church here in Stuart was stop number 2 for the former Pennsylvania senator as he works the long road to try and become the one GOP nominee. The first stop today for the Santorum campaign was in Okeechobee. He told the crowd that he's the candidate most like them, a family man with family values.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have a big role to play here.
Then it was on to Stuart, where a crowd of several hundred heard Santorum open with a joke, saying he should have been selling popcorn at last night's debate, listening to the back and forth between Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich. Without mentioning either man by name, Santorum said Republicans need a candidate who won't be the issue.
It can't be about, erratic things that people might do or say or flip-flops. It's got to be about the issues in this campaign. They are just too important.
Santorum said his top priority would be to repeal President Obama's health care programs. With so many Floridians upside down on their mortgages, I asked the senator to talk more about his plan to give home sellers a break when selling at a loss.
Be able to deduct your losses from the sale of your home as a result of you're selling your home at a loss. Right now, if you sell a home at a loss, you don't get to take that tax deduction, and you have a lot of people underwater right now, and this would soften and cushion the blow and do something to start clearing the market and start clearing some of these loans that are out there that are in default.
Santorum also told the crowd this isn't a two-candidate race, as the media has portrayed it for months.
The first time it was a two-candidate race, it was Romney and Parenti, and then it was Romney and Bachmann, and then it was Romney and Perry, and then it was Romney and Kane.
Oh, Rick Santorum hoping maybe it's Romney Santorum and then just Santorum. I asked the senator if he planned on visiting every county in the state of Florida like he did in Iowa. He laughed and he said, no. I'd like to bring in now my colleague Rochelle Ritchie to talk about, well, how did Santorum's message resonate across the crowd today, Ro?
Well, that's right, John. While you were out there listening to him, I was in the crowd talking to supporters, and many of them are saying, job well done. They say that Santorum stood firm in his principles and values, and many believe he has what it takes to turn this country around and to beat Obama. It was under a warm Florida sun where hundreds stood and listened to who they hope will be the next president of the U.S. Supporters say they were happy to see Santorum take off the gloves during last night's debate and toughen up. They're hoping he carries that attitude all the way through the Florida primary. However, they say if he wants to win in Florida, he needs to focus on distinguishing himself from President Obama and address the issues facing Floridians, and that would be unemployment and foreclosures.
What is Florida voters looking for? Yes, I do agree with you. Florida voters, the majority of them want to hear someone talk about how are you going to fix our economy? How are you going to get our employment rate back down? How are you going to fix the foreclosure market in this state?
Top 3 things
and so I think that's going to be a challenge for him here within this state.
I think it's going to be tough. I think if he needs a little more backing from the whole Republican establishment, which I think is a tough thing right now.
And the Florida primary is just 7 days away, and some of those people that I spoke with in the crowd were on the fence on whether or not they would vote for Santorum. And they say since they've heard what he had to say out here today in Stuart, he has their vote. We're live tonight in Stuart. Rochelle Ritchie, WPTV News Channel 5.